When I was a young teenager, I heard a story about a group of native people, Huichol Indians. I'd never heard of Huichol Indians before. And the story was about their annual pilgrimage in the Sierra Madres to a mountain called Raú Nasha. And the story was that they would go every year on this pilgrimage to make offerings so that the sun would continue to rise and the seasons would continue to turn. And that they had been doing this for as long as anyone could remember. And I remember feeling the profound puzzle and mystery in this story. Because I thought at that young age, well, what if it's true? What if the turning of the universe really relies on that ritual, that ceremony? What if they stopped? What would happen to us? Would the world suddenly come to a halt and we'd all fly off? Hard to imagine. What was more disturbing was that I remember when I heard this, I also heard that these people themselves were slowly diminishing due to illness and encroachment and other things that threatened their culture and the health of their people. So fast forward through my life and a lot of time spent in nature and a lot of time spent with spiritual teachers and communities rooted in nature. And then just Monday, we were in Boulder. We got to go to a concert. One of my favorite old musicians from the same time of my life when I was just about 12 years old, turning 13. An African man, Johnny Clegg. And part of why I was attracted to him, because he always had a message, and not just music. A message about justice, a message about freedom, a message about the earth. And on Monday, when we saw him, it was quite amazing. He stopped in the middle of his concert, and he just started to give a little lecture, a little sermon. And I have to point this out because I can't take credit for this coming to mind. It was just a matter of circumstance. And he talked about, well, what he talked about were all the tribes throughout Africa that have these traditions and practices and rituals of making peace with the earth, of calling for the seasons, of ensuring we have right relationship. And I thought how amazing this is that all over the world, and for so many thousands of years, people have conducted these rituals, prayers, and ceremonies to ensure that they were in right relationship with the earth. And here's the amazing twist. When things didn't go well, when there were droughts or famines or diseases or storms or strange aberrations of nature, what these people did was they looked inward and they said, what did we do to cause this? And it's profound because for a few hundred years now, Western society has been pretty confident that that is a symbolic question, that it's a metaphor, that it's a childlike way of relating to the world. I'm planning a birthday party in the park and it's raining. What did I do to cause that? Seems silly, doesn't it? Or does it? What if we looked around the world today and we saw what was going on? Fish stocks nearly depleted, soil eroded and poisoned, weather patterns unpredictable and strange. And instead of turning to science, what if we looked at ourselves? And what if we said, what have we done to deserve this? If we asked that question, the question that we have laughed at for so many years now, I think we would find that what people have been teaching since the beginning of time was not foolish at all. It's the truth. They were warning us. They knew all along. And it just didn't seem possible. What can I do to make a difference? How does my tap water affect your tap water? How does my car affect the life of an elephant or an orangutan or the polar ice caps? And yet, we have finally entered what they call the Anthropocene. Remember all the different historic eras, the Pliocene and all these? It's the Anthropocene. Do you know what it means? This is a scientific term for the first era in the 4 billion history of the planet in which one species dominates everything. Weather and the sustainability of all fellow creatures on the planet. Wow. That's pretty amazing. And the big question that comes to mind is, what will the next era be called? The thank God they're gone? Zine? Glad they left? Zine? Or we made it. We turned it around. We translated our love of flowers and dogs and gardens and mountains and fresh food into choices and actions and a different way of living that maybe at first wasn't comfortable, but then it was okay because we knew we were giving back to something we loved. Our planet, our trees, our creatures. In the end, what we discover is that all the ancient messages converge. We are one, profoundly interconnected. And this central business of spirituality, of consciousness, of enlightenment, is not only waking up to that fact, but living as though it were true. Making good relationships, loving, and living from the heart, regardless what comes. Because it's not conditional. The interconnection is not conditional. It's what we're born into. And the need for love is not debatable. We can argue who started it, what company is destroying more forests, what company polluting more rivers. Or we can just ask ourselves, what does it mean for me to be a good relative? While I'm here, or I'm just going to make a mess and leave. Who needs that kind of relative? You probably have those kinds of relatives. And you should probably love them anyway. And so today, we remember the beauty of the first expression of spirit, nature. Nature that reminds us of all that is amazing and potent and beautiful and powerful. Nature, the home of our medicine, our food, our inspiration. This is what we're here to celebrate today. But I have another surprise for you. It's been a morning of surprises, right? We're just warming up. That's why we have a big lunch after. You see, relationships are not about philosophy or concepts. They're about doing. They're about honoring. They're about welcoming. And so it's my great honor to welcome someone very special to the stage. Her full name is Rumia Rose Hosseini Phillips, and she was born just not very long ago. 12 weeks to be exact. And so we're going to offer her a blessing. So that she can be a good relative, so that she can know her home, and that all these incredible expressions of nature, humans included, are here for her, to watch over her and bless her. We know she's a soul. We know she's a spirit, but now it's your time to be here for a while on earth with all these people. Be careful. So we have some special things for her. Her parents, Madhya and Tyler, who've been a wonderful part of our community. Madhya teaches belly dance on Wednesdays in the sanctuary. What's in here? Oh, okay. And they've brought for her something of the earth, something of the sky. Thank you. The water and the air. And so, if you just come a little closer, we'll offer this special blessing. So, I'll start, and then when I present something to you, you can just like touch her with it. And with the candle, you can just hold it. Okay. Dear God, Creator, to the divine oneness and all the energies and beings that bless us and guide us, be with us now as we welcome Rumia to this beautiful world. We ask that the spirits of earth look after her with love and all that she needs to be healthy and happy. We ask that the energy and spirit of the waters always be good to her and nourish her and bless her. Protect and restore her. This is a good one. The spirits and energies of the air, may they always shine with love and beauty upon you. And the fire of life, may it burn bright inside you. May you feel your connection to all things and find love and wisdom every day. And together we all pray here today for you, for this time you're going to be here. May it be absolutely amazing and beautiful and wonderful. Yeah. And may you never forget where you come from, your true nature. You'll go back eventually and it'll all be okay. Yeah. And so, a blessing for you, for your mom and your dad, their families and their friends, and all the circles that surround you. We love you and we honor you, and we welcome you today. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so, before we move to a brief meditation and invite our most favorite musicians and new favorite musician to perform again, I want to just pause to thank everyone for being here. Of course, I always say thank you at the end, and I will, but we are a part of the change that we seek. And we do it through our prayers, through our fellowship, through our community. We do it through whatever we have: poems, music, laughter, friendship. And I want to say something that I don't normally say at this time, but there's going to come a part in the program where we pass something to receive an offering. And our dancers come as a gift. They ask for nothing. But we would like to give them some thanks in return. In fact, so much of what we do here is really just a gift from people who love where we're going together. And so I wanted to mention that because the dancers aren't here. They would never say it themselves, but I wanted to let you know that. And so in the spirit of gratitude, I'm going to ask you to just close your eyes for a moment. And with your eyes closed, I'd like you to remember a beautiful place in nature that you absolutely love. A place in nature that you have felt has loved you. What was it like? What is it like? Try to bring it to mind. Colors, textures. Can you even remember a particular experience in that beautiful place? What time of day was it? Was it warm or cold, windy or calm? Imagine you're in that beautiful place right now. Imagine you're summoning the energy of that place right now. Imagine it filling this room, that beautiful energy. Imagine it soothing your heart, opening your mind, a healing light moving into every bone and muscle. For this beautiful place is within you. And you can bring the energy of the earth to all you do in any moment and at any time.